let's try something different. For 3 episodes now, I've sort of slammed my junk in a car door to see if it hurts a little less, and what I've seen, no, not really. I think that my in-game commentary can get just a little boring at times, and that's been reflected in my retention numbers. Whew, those aren't the best. So let's experiment a little bit, shall we? Welcome to Super Mario Galaxy Episode 4. It's bedroom time. In the previous 3 episodes, we frolicked through the terrace, got nice and clean in the bathhouse-esque fountain, and absolutely cooked through the kitchen with only a few minor hiccups, namely in Ghostly Galaxy. Here, our entire focus is set on the galaxies in front of us. Freeze Flame, Dusty Dune, Gusty Garden, Honey Climb, and Bowser's Dark Matter Plant. We'll be leaving the Hungry Luma for later on in the playthrough, as I've done with the other domes.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
We jump into Freeze Flame right off of the bat, as it's one of my personal favorite levels, and I essentially have free choice as to which level I choose, being caught up on all stars available at this time outside of the Hungry Luma galaxies. We start things off on this little disc of ice in the middle of space, and we can see the imposing mountain in the backdrop, our next destination. After kidnapping this penguin and not giving him due process, we're granted a launch star to that massive expanse of a planet. As the last time you'll call me an old man, you little shit! We're reacquainted with the ice flower, which you can get earlier in the game if you manage to nab Beach Bull's hidden star in the kitchen. Safe to say I know what I'm doing here. Now, we're supposed to head up after jumping up those 2 busted pipes, but true to my nature and having played Freeze Flame like a bajillion times, I keep going to the right where 2 more bursted pipes sit, beckoning me like a siren in the sea. After a clean triple jump to get up to a sling star, we're catapulted to the backside of the mountain because of my inability to just do the main star. Upon landing, we're handed the fire flower a mission or 2 early to clear out these snowmen. Now somebody just has to teach me how to get good. After dying way too many times on a basic platforming section, because, come on, that's not a challenge, we get into the next, oh, come on. Anyways, we blast away another snowman to open up the backstretch of the climb, grabbing another fire flower and heading up to the You Are Kidding Me. Guess I'll do it again. Once we're back up, we blast away one more snowman before navigating a narrow spot around the peak. This bat seemed to want to be friends with me. After a quick wall jump up, star number 1 from Freeze Flame is ours, and it wasn't even the first one for the level. Nice work, me, getting distracted and all. Something interesting I noted in the original commentary was that the further we get into the game, the less I actually remember. I'm on a quest to 100% Super Mario Galaxy for the first time, and if you want to stay caught up on that journey, consider liking the video and subscribing with notifications on. It really helps out with the channel. Anyways, let's keep moving. We get back in, and this time, it's a march up to take on Baron Burr, a big version of what's called an ice bubble? What the fuck? I made an easy boss fight kind of tedious due to skill issue, but after figuring Mr. Burr out, it was a pretty easy star grab. Before we can progress into the actual second star of the level, we're stopped cold by this cosmic comet, which is hands down my favorite mission in the game. S-tier stuff right here. The race takes place on a fully frozen area of a mission that we haven't got to yet, which is kind of funny, but whatever. We easily take care of business this time against our cosmic double, leaving him in the snow drift? We smoked him. Alright, that's all that matters. It's time for the blistering core of Freeze Flame, and the start is pretty cut and dry. Disc Planet with launch star chips this time instead of a penguin who's as displeased with tariffs as I am. Maybe one day I can buy a Switch too, and maybe he can too. This mission can be summarized pretty quick. Do some platforming, light some altars. Do some platforming, light some altars. Do some platforming! Yeah, you get the idea. It's another easy star that sends us on our way to finishing out Freeze Flame until the postgame. I'm honestly kind of shocked that Baron Burr doesn't get a Daredevil run. Hot and Cold Collide starts us out on that disc again, but this time, it's hot and cold. They've collided. Applause, please. We're put on a more set path, avoiding fireballs until we reach a launch star. We're fired off to another new planet that looks a little more self-contained, being plopped right between 2 altars that we have to light. Being on the cold side of the planet, though, there's no fire flower to light it. After screwing this thing like I did to your mom, the wall falls to allow us into a foreign country. Hopefully Mario has his passport with him. Don't let the culture shock get to you, buddy. Or the temperature, that is. Because this planet is more unstable than the economy at time of recording, the lava and ice water levels fluctuate on a cycle. Being impatient, I learned this the hard way and nearly turned Mario into sauteed linguine. Yummy. I escaped the lava government to screw your dad this time, which grants us access to the fire flower we need. I don't know why it gave me this substance, but I'm sure it comes in handy. I sprint back to the icy side with that fire flower to light the 2 altars. Now, the ice cops didn't seem thrilled with me either, you know, bringing a fire flower in and all, so I jumped into this conveniently placed launch star to head off to... Wait, this looks familiar. After hesitation and my over-reliance on the spin jump get me canned from my position as a galactic employee, I get thrown out again when I try to come get my stuff. Sick. We nab the star on try number 3 and leave Freeze Flame behind with my dignity only a little hurt. Freeze Flame, check. On to Dusty Dune. Upon landing down and realizing that my Mario Copter gets terrible mileage, I'm introduced to Quicksand. Turns out, it's pretty bad for me. We navigate to a pipe with these tornadoes in the sand where we're met with more quicksand. Perhaps I didn't learn my lesson. Okay, come on, that wasn't my fault, right? Yeah, it probably is. Anyways, we grab a fire flower, smoke some plants, run from this boulder, and get fired into this pipe to go back outside. We launch to a tower that looks like a spin jump tutorial in Mario & Luigi, and climbing up that gets us to our first star of the galaxy. God, that took way too long. Now it's time to blast through the sand. Not before fighting a mandatory enemy to get a launch star, though. I snag a hidden life mushroom and bounce through what looks like a pointless string of space rock. We'll be back here later. A few times, actually. We grab Polestar chips after a trip and a half around the Sand River planet, and we make quick work the next little platforming section before we get to the final planet. A disc with holes. I think my CD broke. Now, I know it looks confusing to navigate, but it's really simple. You walk through the first hole, you walk about 9 miles through the desert to flip through this hole, hit the switch on these pillars on the other side, and backtrack to jump up to the star. Easy peasy. Now, the third mission plays around with the switch from the previous mission, leading to a nice elevator wait up to Launch Star, a little bit of tower exploration, and oh shit, oh fuck, run Mario, the tower is sinking like a reverse Titanic, oh shit, oh fuck! Whew! No big deal. Rinse and repeat blasting through the sand, just faster, and now we're left to grab 2 stars from Double D before moving on. Both stars hidden, one being Luigi colored. We return to blasting through the sand to feed the hungry Luma on what I call a useless string of space rocks, which sends us into a floating pyramid that would make the ancient Egyptians proud. After figuring out how everything in here kinda worked, I made quick work of grabbing the little silver stars before moving on to our last mission here until later, another hidden star within Sandbaked Sandcastle. Now, after waiting around for this planet to shrink back down, we pound this log to reveal a second, different launch star. Taking it, we're led to a planet with a few switches on a bullet bill launcher planet. It took a little bit of finagling, but we managed to get the bullet bill to blow up the glass, completing Dusty Dune for now. Now we're off to climb a wall. Now, I'll make Honey climb short. We get B, scamper up, hit launch star, get smacked up by a meteor, fuck. Scamper up the second section, launch star, scamper up moving honeycombs, star. Now, on to absolute peak. Take a moment to just appreciate Gusty Garden's music before we move on. There is a reason it's so iconic. Right, the level. First, watch me die from pressing the wrong button. Okay, now for real. We grab onto these massive flowers to glide on the wind between planets, murk a couple of huge plants to progress through the level, and we get dropped onto this Rubik's Cube looking ass planet with a bunny waiting for us. It calls me mean names before attempting to run away from the consequences of free speech, but I'm not so easily shaken. I stay on its tail and slowly gain on it before I finally snag it. Since I'm a dirty cop though, I take the bribe of a star and turn the other cheek. First star in Gusty Garden down. Mission number 2 starts out pretty similar. We glide along planets and check out a few other spots to get familiar with this level's boss mechanics. After a bit of navigation and some shenanigans with a huge caterpillar and some planet-sized fruit, we meet the mini-boss for this galaxy, Major Burrows. He's a mean old mole trying to eat the bunny we caught, or so it seems, so we take the slack and fight him off. The Daredevil run is the same fight, so I'm hardly mentioning it here. That'll probably become more of the norm for the Daredevil and Speedy Comets going forward. Between doing the same boss fight twice, we go into Gusty Garden's third mission, and the level hints that something is up when it hands us infinite power before this power star. We smash through a few rocks and plants without thinking before I catch a golden chain chomp in the corner of my eye. We manage to get to it before the star depletes, giving us Gusty Garden's hidden star. Coming back, we navigate the planet how you're supposed to, with 0 immunity. I get smacked by a spiky plant here, so that's cool I guess. Not sure what I did to it. The launch star takes us to these disk planets where we, say it with me, collect launch star chips before we get into the final scrambled section of the mission. I eat a cannonball before flipping a switch, swapping the gravity of this spot around. As long as we stay on the yellow activated parts, we're fine. We navigate a few hazards and disorienting spots before walking through straight direct cannon fire to get to the star. That leaves, say it with me, Gusty Garden done for now. We'll be back to it later. Now comment dark matter in the comment section below if you made it to this point of the video. Time to head to Bowser's dark matter plant and close things out. This level can get tricky at times, playing with dark matter hazards and gravity in ways that we have seen but expanded upon. Some of the best parts of this game comes when it messes with the gravity like this. Case in point, in a 2D section, the moving platform requires us to be mindful of our position as we flip between points of gravity. It's honestly a fucking miracle that Nintendo managed to code this in. Oh, while we're at it, check out this sick backflip. We go through another gravity section before we're brought up to fight Bowser, and he's learned a spin of his own. He just uses it to beat my ass 6 ways to Sunday. Rude. Despite that slight hiccup, we land hit number 2 pretty quick. After getting his world rocked twice already, Bowser throws a quick tantrum, punches me again, which is not fucking cool, but I taught Mario how to stand up to bullies, and we teach Bowser the flaws in homing attacks, ending the fight. And that, folks, is gonna do it for episode 4 of Super Mario Galaxy. Sorry this one took so long to get out. I've been up to my neck in stuff this week between work and the gym and just between some other stuff that I've been volunteering with. And I've been trying to script this whole thing and kind of get it out around that. So, again, apologies for that. And happy Easter as well. I know time of upload is a little rough. Time of recording between time and upload, that whole thing. And it should be Easter as I upload this. Let me know what you guys thought of the video, how you felt about the new format. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll keep these coming out. Thank you everybody for watching. Be out.